Hello, everyone. Welcome to Black History Month, a podcast series by African families in the UK. Today, I am honored to have the operations manager for African families in the UK in the person of Marcus Mayimbi. Welcome, Marcus.
Thank you for having me.
Today, we're going to continue our conversation on Black history as part of our events to celebrate Blackness and the contribution of the Black community to history in the UK and in the world at large.
Yeah.
So, Marcus, my first question to you is, why is Black History Month important to celebrate in the UK today?
Right. Good question. Yeah. And first of all, I'll just introduce myself as you introduced me already. Marcus Mayimbi, the operation manager for African Family UK, and I'm well honored to be here. To your first question is very important to always talk about Black History Month, just to educate our allies about where we're coming from and obviously where we are today and what's the future look like. So it is very important to always to discuss what's available out there, especially for Black community. It's very difficult to the young people just to know that there is an opportunity out there for them in terms of employment, education, and so on.
Good, amazing. Usually every month every year there is a theme or very key issues that Black History celebrations focus. Do you have an idea what the theme for this year's celebration is, or the key issues that are targeted at this addressing this year?
Yeah, this year the theme is the Black British Excellence. That's the theme this year. So it's very important to I believe to target certain themes every year. So, and it's talked about every year in particular. So in terms of that, you have a lot of people from the Black community that are doing excellent work. So I believe, the theme is very important as well to discuss it specifically every year.
Amazing. Not to put you on the spot, but let me get your thoughts on this. How has Black British culture through music, literature, fashion, or activism shaped wider British society? What's your thought?
Yeah, my thoughts on is if you look at it, we are in the UK. We are mostly influenced by the American sort of culture industry. If that makes sense. Through music, because obviously through music you get the message across. Some music obviously sends out the wrong messages, but if you look at across the board, activism and music and a positive way always sends a message across, and I believe that is it's very important to do so.
Thank you very much. What should be the role of local communities like African families in the UK, and generally the Black British community play in ensuring that the history celebrated is throughout the year, but not just a month, and that the contribution of the Black community constantly gets the recognition that it deserves?
Yeah, it's important, but if you look at it, my personal belief, I believe that Black history, it shouldn't be just mentioned in October, which is the month. It should be really, spoken all throughout the year, especially in community whereby obviously they don't really know a lot of knowledge about, our community. So it should be talked about not just for October, but throughout the whole year. And obviously so that way people don't have to wait until October and just to discuss about, how the community, especially with African Family UK, we do throughout the year. So we focus more on the Black or Afro-Caribbean community to help them with their health side of things, with the employment side of things, education, and so on and so on. So we can just put them or signpost them to the right direction.
Thank you very much for this insight. Marcus, do you have any Black British, one person, or in the past or in the present, that has inspired you or continue to inspire you?
Yes. I mean, right now, is Stephen. Is it Stephen Bartley? Yeah, he's an entrepreneur. He's a young man, and then obviously he's one of the in the Dragon's Den. He's a young entrepreneur that's also doing a lot of work. He's creating businesses, and it's also he has a podcast. Obviously he shows people how to use techniques in terms of being successful in terms of business. So I'll say right now he's from the UK, he's the one that I'll say that is more influential right now for me.
African Families in the UK works mainly with the Black ethnic minority communities in Colchester. What does the Black History Month celebration or events to acknowledge Black British icons and their contributions to history and to society, what does that mean for the organization as a CIC?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that first of all, I have to give my salute to the late Lawrence Walker, because he's the one that really pushed the Black History Month in Colchester. So people could be aware, and he was very serious about his project. And so I think it makes a great difference, because in Colchester is not like London, because it's quite a mixed sort of city. But in Colchester is even, I mean, now we see there's a lot of ethnic minority are moving in to Colchester, but it's always good to push that narrative so people exactly know the identity, so they don't lose the identity, so they know exactly how worthy they are and how far they can go. So it's very important for us to carry on that legacy, to push on sharing that message within the work that we're doing, with the mental health programs that we do, with any groups or project that we do. It's always good for us to keep on pushing the narrative of that message.
Finally, can I take your thoughts on any words of inspiration or encouragement to the Black, especially the young Black British community in Colchester and in the UK in general?
Yeah, I mean, the encouragement is not to give up. You have a dream, keep on pushing. I mean, the laws and regulation of this country is if you have your experience, you have your qualifications, you have your training, you can always aim high. So there's not doors that be, even if you might come through obstacles. But the thing is, there's always an opportunity for you out there. So I'll say for the young, especially for the young people out there, is to just to keep on pushing, believe in the dream, and one day, that will be, they'll be successful in terms of reaching the goals.
Thank you very much, Marcus, for your time, and thank you for sharing your thoughts on Black History celebration this month. And that brings us to the end of today's episode on Black History events. We're looking forward to another edition. Thank you, and continue to tune in. Bye.
Thank you very much.